What's up, guys? I'm the M.
I'm the E.
And this is 𝘠𝘬𝘭𝘮.
So, after our first video on how to budget in LA, we know that you guys had a lot of love for the video.
But you guys also had a lot of questions and concerns about the things that we did and some of the things that we didn't necessarily show you guys in our first video.
So, what we decided to do was to take this video and create a Q&A session with all of your questions that we're going to answer for you right here, right now.
Let's get into it. First question. Are there any more videos that you guys can show us from your trip?
Alright guys, this is us passing through the Louis Vuitton exhibit. As you can see some designs here from 𝘫𝘢𝘁. As we flash over to the wall, you can see some clips from the Paris runway show. And then we make our way down to the Hollywood Walk of Fame where we check out some stars. Stay tuned for some more videos from LA.
Okay, so the next question for me is, how were the beaches and what was there to do? So, to be quite honest, I found the Santa Monica beach to be quite disgusting. I think it is a beautiful thing to look at, however, to actually play in was a no. So first of all, I hate birds. I hate birds. And there were birds everywhere.
Wait, first of all, let me just jump in here. The birds are a big problem for this girl.
I don't like birds.
And it's gotten out of control at this point. Continue.
Birds have caused things like Black Death and bird flu, and I'm not interested in any birds. And this beach was plagued with them, running in the sand and standing near my towel. I nearly had a heart attack. Maybe we're spoiled because we're used to beaches with clear water, no vermins, but in our opinion, the beaches were not nice to play in. But there was a lot of stuff to do. There was a carnival. I had the option to get funnel cake, ice cream. Then when we went over to Venice Beach, it was pretty fun. Just to see, like, if you like to skateboard, you can do all the skateboarding. And then Muscle Beach.
Yeah, Muscle Beach was fun. But to be honest, it wasn't really what I expected. Because what I know of Muscle Beach is that there's actual equipment on the beach, right? And when we went, it was under construction,
Yeah,
I feel like. Yeah,
it
was under construction. So there was really only, like, pull-up bars and, I don't know what... The climbing ropes and just a lot of stuff you could do for calisthenics and body weight workouts.
What do you call this?
That too, yeah. The speed bag.
Speed bag.
Yeah, the speed bags out there.
I did a really good job at that, by the way.
Barely, but it's okay.
I got a consistent like.
A consistent rhythm for a little bit. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
So I would say definitely there's stuff to do, but maybe plan to swim elsewhere.
That too, and it's also about what you're interested in too, because as she said, Venice Beach, there was a lot of things to do, and it's just about finding what you're interested in. That could definitely, you know, increase your experience over there. Next question. How was the parking/driving situation in LA? So, the parking situation, I feel like it's the same in any big city, basically. You're paying anywhere you park. Unless you're outside of the city. There was one area we found where it was like $7 parking for the whole day, and at that point we got our rental and we were thinking about parking it there because the parking at the hotel was ridiculously expensive. I think it was like $40 a night.
Yeah, because there's only valet parking.
Yeah, so because of that now we were kind of looking or trying to find ways to park our car and save a little bit of money.
Another thing that we learned about the parking, everything is pretty much parallel parking on the roadsides, which is almost the same with any other city.
Yeah.
However, they have these red lines, and usually you would know that red lines mean stop, but in California for some reason, it's not evident. If you see any red lines, avoid them.
Don't park.
It is a tow zone.
Right?
You'll come back and you have no rental. And
they put the parking in between all the valid parking spots. So it's like, if you're not really paying attention, you'll definitely park in that spot.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh, there's a spot here.
And you'll come back and your car's gone.
Also, all the meters are like assigned to each parking spot. So don't walk to a random meter and pay for it and park your car in some spot, because there's no ticket printed out to say that you've actually paid for parking, and that's another situation where your car will get towed. Okay, so the next question is, How the heck did you guys get so close to the Hollywood sign? Brilliant question. Let me tell you what not to do. Do not Google Hollywood sign. If you Google the Hollywood sign, it's going to take you, Google Maps will take you to Griffith's, is it? Yeah, Griffith's Observatory.
Yeah.
And so we went up there. First of all, you have to drive up this winding road, and we're like looking for the Hollywood sign, and we're asking them, how do we get there? They're like, well, you can climb.
Climb, and I feel like it's actually like a climb down. It's like a hike down.
Yeah.
To get to the Hollywood sign from Griffith's Observatory. So that would have been a disaster.
Down and up.
Down and up. But regardless, it's too hot to be doing all that hiking
Way
out there.
too hot.
Way too hot.
So to get where we were, you need to Google Park Hollywood Lake.
Say that again.
Sorry. To get where we were, you need to Google Lake Hollywood Park.
Lake Hollywood Park. Remember that.
Technically, where we parked the car and took our pictures is a tollway zone. It is a two-way street, and you are not allowed to stop, period.
What? We had to do it for the gram, right?
We did do it for the gram.
Had to do it for the gram.
And parking was on our behinds. Like, she came up just as we were hopping away. So if you're not interested in taking like a car type Hollywood photo like we did, then you can park at the lower part of Lake Hollywood Park and skank all the way up that hill. Let me tell you something, it's steep, but you can still get those same type of pictures if you walk high enough.
Next question. Were there a lot of tourist attractions that were free? In terms of the tourist attractions, I feel like a lot of the ones that we did were free.
Yeah.
We went to an art museum called the 𝘬𝘬𝘢, and the 𝘬𝘬𝘢 was a whole nother experience for me. But the art that they had in there was different, it was intriguing. But I'll get to my experience about the 𝘬𝘬𝘢 now. So they have this oversized table and chair on display. So I seen it and I said, okay, if I can get on the chair, it'll be a sick picture. So I go to climb on the chair now, and one of the employees comes over and she's like, you can't climb on the artwork. I'm like, oh man. In my head I'm like, yeah, she's right, you know, like I shouldn't be climbing on the artwork. So I get down now, and then she walks away, and then I decide to lean on one of the tables.
Slightly, just a
slight lean on the table, you know. And she comes back again. You can't lean on the artwork. I'm like, oh my god.
It's artwork.
Yeah. At this point, everybody's looking at me. I feel like an idiot. So I still got a picture though. We'll put that up there. But yeah, that was crazy. They have a lot of rules, a lot of regulations, which makes sense. You shouldn't be climbing on the artwork, but
I don't know, it's tempting. And in Toronto, we have like the big little chairs and stuff, like those dining sets, and we climb on it in Toronto, but I guess out there it's a little bit more precious. Also, we went to Griffith's, which was free.
Griffith's.
And that was pretty cool, because in case you're kind of not up to drive up that hill to see the Hollywood sign, you get a really nice view. I'll show you some headshots that I took of Marjan in front of the Hollywood sign from Griffith's. Plus, you get to look through the binoculars
and see the city and all that stuff. So it's a nice view from over there for sure. It's a place you definitely want to go to. We also went to the beaches, Santa Monica, Venice Beach. As we explained before, there's a lot of things you can do there. If you just want to chill out for the day, you can definitely hit that area.
And then obviously we had Beverly Hills, Melrose. And when we were in the Beverly Hills Rodeo area, then we walked down the strips with all of the palm trees. So it was pretty cool. And then finally, the Hollywood sign, which is a big thing. You would think that you'd have to pay to get close to the Hollywood sign. It's absolutely free, and even parking was free. Well, we think it was.
No, we parked for free.
Don't quote us, but I'm pretty sure it's free. Next question?
Yeah.
How were you guys able to get such cheap flight and hotel accommodations? This is a big question. So there is going to be another video on how to identify the perfect hacker flight. Now, hacker flight doesn't mean that I'm some technological guru or anything. That's just what they're called. They're essentially two one-way flights that you get at a very low cost, and you put them together. It makes everything very cheap, And then for the hotel, I think we booked it like a week?
A week and a half or so in advance.
Yes. And so that was cheap, I think, because it was last minute, but also I booked it with booking.com. Always, always, always sign up for something that you collect points on and for something that gives you a special membership discount.
Yeah. Because when you're out there in LA spending that American dollar, especially because we're converting from the Canadian dollar, yeah, right. You need to find any way you can to really save money because the conversion is crazy.
Definitely. So make sure you watch out for that hacker flight. Another fun tip is to be in incognito mode, because if your cell phone or computer knows that you're searching for flights or hotels, what it does is it starts to tell you to book now, like there's only 2 seats left, and then you're pressured into paying a very expensive price for a seat that is found much cheaper elsewhere.
Yeah, that's how they get you though. Alright, next question.
Okay.
What is there to do / go for shopping and nightlife? So I think I'll answer the first part about shopping. So in terms of shopping, I feel like shopping in LA is very location specific. In terms of that, when we were downtown, the shopping was very generic. They had Zara, H&M, Target, just all the basic stuff that they have everywhere. And then when we went to Melrose, it was very specific as well. There was more urban kind of shopping, urban vibe. Supreme was down there. Obviously, you know, you have to hit up Supreme. Yeah, and also we went to Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive. That's also very specific. You gotta have the bag to be out there because all the designers are out there. And yeah, you just gotta be prepared to spend that money if that's where you wanna go.
But don't feel pressured. Window shopping is permitted.
Oh, we window shopped.
But we only window shopped because when we were looking to buy stuff, there was a couple of things. One, the product was like product that you can get anywhere, but then also we started to realize that the prices are the exact same as they would be in Canada, but in US dollars.
Yeah, crazy.
So like you're looking at a bucket hat, it's $1,000 Canadian. It was 1,000 US in California. So like we lose money shopping out there for sure. So that was something that played a big role in our window shopping. For nightlife, there was a lot of things I wanted to do for Marsh's birthday, and so I was looking at a lot of the places we can go. I found a couple of clubs downtown, great ratings. You got like very high class bougie type booth clubs, and then you've got some really fun underground elemented clubs. I'll put a Google image up for you so you guys can find them. Something that I found pretty awesome, and I really wanted to take him, but he was like, oh, I don't want to go anywhere. There is like an open roof lounge on the 73rd floor of the Intercontinental. And even though the Intercontinental is like an expensive hotel, it's just a bar. And anybody can go up there. So I would take advantage of that because you get to see the whole night's view, and then they also have a pool. So if you're really trying to take some nice pictures for the gram, that's somewhere you should go. And I was gonna take him on a cruise.
What?
But he was not interested in going
She didn't even
anywhere.
tell me about the cruise. She didn't even tell me about the cruise, so how would you know I'm not interested if you didn't tell me?
But I said, do you want to do anything else?
But why didn't we do anything else? Because
You were tired.
it wasn't because I was tired. Come on.
Stop lying. Anyways, so I was researching, and I will also show the Google link. There are a couple of shores and cruises that leave from the shore, and they're pretty cool. They're themed. Like there was a Drake night one night, hip hop night, and something that's awesome is Afrobeats is pretty popular down there. So if that's something that you're into, you can count on a really good vibe. But all in all, there's a lot to do. All you have to do is do the research, and the amazing thing is we've done that for you.
But like now that we're, you know, thinking about it and recalling our trip, I feel like I wish we went out.
Do you?
Yeah, like just to see what the nightlife scene is about down there.
I guess. Let me tell you something. I was tired as shit.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you have all these things to do in one day, by the end of the night, you're exhausted.
Yeah. Look how many nights, if you go back to our previous video, there were so many nights where we didn't eat. Not because we're trying to save money, but because we were tired. Like, we just went to bed. So it's like, when you're planning out your day, if your itinerary is as heavy as ours was, sometimes, unless you're a party animal, like going out, it's not really an option. But you can try. Definitely, I would say like reserve one night, have
Just
a
for
light
going
day,
out,
and then
right?
reserve
Yeah,
one
that's
night
what
for
we should
going
do.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question.
That's you.
Okay. How did you guys create or organize your itinerary? Well, that's a great question. Perfect timing. So basically, the way I organize the itinerary, because I'm always responsible for those things. Tell them why.
Why you planned it?
Yeah, why I usually plan the
Because you're a
trips.
better planner than I am. And you can do the research, and why not leave it up to you, right?
So, basically what I tried to do was I organized everything by location. California is a huge place. In fact, let me add something in there.
Okay, California is huge, but LA it's just as big, like.
Yeah, LA is
huge.
disgustingly big.
It's
So
huge.
in between all of the destinations that you want to go to, there can be huge gaps of spaces.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're not planning properly, then you can end up like going
gonna
like
get to
30
everything.
minutes away, especially if you don't have a rental and you're budgeting like we did and you're taking the bus or you're taking the train. It can be a big headache, and it can actually affect how many things you do in the day. So what I did was everything that was within radius of one another was all on one day.
Yeah.
And if it couldn't fit because like it would be too much for one day, or we were too busy, then we didn't do it.
Yeah.
I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video.
Thanks for tuning in.
Up next, we're gonna have a lot of amazing videos for you. How to travel Paris on a layover. The South Africa video is finally coming out, and then as I promised, those hacks for you guys to get your cheap flights from now on. So we'll see you guys soon. 𝘞𝑦𝘐 out.
Peace.